everybody, here I am in the Good Acre kitchen, getting ready to make another awesome farm to school inspired recipe. So we've been doing this. This is our last video for the summer. And today we're gonna do a really fun recipe. This is delicious. It's inspired actually by a carrot recipe. In the fall, we do our farm to school culinary trainings, and we do a Parmesan roasted carrot fries, and it's really delicious. I'm not even a cooked carrot person like that, and that recipe, I could eat a whole bowl of those carrot fries. So for the summer, we use that same recipe to inspire this dish, but this time we're making the fries out of zucchini, which is an awesome summer vegetable. It's a very simple recipe. We're literally gonna chop up our zucchini. We're gonna make fries out of them. We're gonna put them in a bowl with some oil, just a couple of seasonings. Then we're gonna roast it in a very hot oven. And when it comes out, we're gonna top it with the delicious Parmesan cheese, and it's gonna be great. So let's get started. We're gonna go ahead and start processing our zucchini. We need to get these into fries, and let me show how I do it to kind of make it easy. So I chop off the ends, and if you watched the previous videos, I like to do one cut in the same position and go through all of my veg that way. So I'm cutting off the ends first, and now they're all cut off. Now I'm gonna go through and cut them all in half so that I can easily work with them. All right, and then we're actually gonna cut these in half. And now, with this cut, we're creating a flat surface, which will be easier for us to cut our zucchini with. All right, now to get these fries, we're literally just gonna cut that in half the long way, and then we're gonna cut it one more time, kind of at an angle, and now we have our fries. All right, they're kind of thicker, like maybe a little bit more like potato wedges, but they'll be delicious nonetheless. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and process these. So zucchini are a really great vegetable. I would say if you're trying to introduce your kids or your young ones to different vegetables, zucchini is definitely, I would say, at the top of my list. It can be eaten raw. It can be seasoned, and it takes on seasonings really well. But you can also make zucchini pastas really good. I kind of shave zucchini from time to time, and I just literally take a peeler along it and shave the strips until I get down to the core. And once I reach the seeds, I stop. I don't use the seeds. I'll save those and maybe put them in a soup or something. And then those shaved zucchinis, I will just saute in a pan, and they're almost like little, like really thin, wide pasta noodles. They're actually like a sort of pasta called pappardelle. So that's a really good thing to do with zucchini. But zucchini is just a really great vegetable because it doesn't have like a really strong flavor to it. Like I said, it takes on other seasonings, and you can incorporate it into a lot of different dishes. So for this one, it's gonna be really good. We're literally only using a couple of flavors: garlic powder, parsley, which is an herb with a pretty light flavor, and then salt and pepper and oil. So again, like I said, we're roasting it at that high temperature, so it's gonna caramelize a little bit, get a little bit crispy for us is the plan. And I don't think you'll have any problem with your young ones making this dish disappear. I think they'll be coming back for more, and this is a great way to introduce them, get them used to different types of vegetables. You know, zucchini is a fun vegetable to use, but it's, can sometimes be overlooked, or people don't know what it is. Sometimes they might think it's a cucumber. It's a squash, and it's a summer squash, very closely related to yellow squash. All right, we got our zucchini fries here ready to go. They're looking delicious. I almost want to reach into the bowl and eat one right now. That's how good they look to me, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and drizzle on our oil. I think our recipe says we need about 3 tablespoons of oil. So I'm gonna drizzle on 3 tablespoons. And I've already measured out our seasonings. So we have a tablespoon of garlic powder. I mean, I love garlic. Garlic makes everything better in my book. Then we got about 1.5 tablespoons of parsley, dried parsley. And I would recommend that over for this particular dish that we're roasting on a high temp. Parsley is really delicate, so you're going to want to use a dried parsley for that. And then we're going to go with 1 teaspoon of pepper and 1 teaspoon of salt. And remember, you don't want to overdo the salt because we're going to put Parmesan cheese on it, and that's going to add more salt flavor. So now we've got our zucchini and our seasonings in the bowl, and I'm literally just going to toss them. You know, this is kind of a chefy move, so if you're not that coordinated, you might want to try stirring this with a spoon. Either way will work. So they're nice and evenly coated. Now we're going to go ahead and spread them out on our sheet pan. The parchment really helps so that we don't have to clean the pans as hard or scrub them as hard when it's time to clean up. Spreading them out helps because if they're too close together, they actually can steam because the moisture kind of gets trapped in there and it starts to steam them. We're basically roasting in them in the oven, and roasting is a dry heat cooking method. You know, you want that dry heat to hit as much surface area on the food as possible so that you can caramelize as much of these fries as you can. So we're gonna go ahead and stick these in the oven. It's a 475-degree oven for about 15 minutes. We're gonna kind of check it, see what it looks like, and then we'll pull them out and top them with the Parmesan cheese. Let's go. So they look really good. Our caramelized zucchini, nice and roasted and toasted. And you can let them go a little longer if you want. The higher you turn the oven up, the more caramelized they're gonna get. All right, so we have them all on one sheet, and we're just gonna add our 3/4 cup of Parmesan that I've already pre-measured out. And you wanna do this while it's nice and hot because you want the cheese to kind of melt. So yeah, that looks delicious, just right there on the tray. We don't even need a plate. Let's taste it. Look, I got a fork. All right, it's probably really hot, so I'm gonna slow it. That's the number one thing chefs like to do is burn our taste buds off. It's ironic, but wow. This dish is so delicious. You really need to try this at home as soon as you can. The kids are gonna love it. Everyone in the family is gonna love it. I'm Chef Lachelle, the Culinary Education Manager here at the Good Acre, and all I do all day is think about how to make school lunches more delicious with great local produce grown right here in Minnesota. So check us out at the Good Acres website and on social media, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great rest of your summer and an awesome school year. Thank you. Bye.